How can I make it clear I'm not paying? I, 46F, have been dating someone, 36M, casually for about a year, and we've fallen into a pattern in which I usually pay when we go out because I make more money. I'm often fine with paying, but I don't want it to be assumed because it doesn't always fit into my budget. How can I ask him if he wants to do something with me, but make it clear that we would both be paying our own way if he accepts? I tried to do it recently and apparently I failed. I said something like, "Hey, I was planning on going to this event and I was wondering if you wanted me to get tickets for you at the same time. It costs $20. I figured he'd take the hint that that meant he would be paying me back for the ticket. Yet, it looks like the assumption was that I am covering it as there has been no offer of paying me back. Too long did not read. How do I ask someone if they would like to go to something with me but make it clear we are both paying our own way? Even though it's awkward, I would simply say something like, "Hey, I don't mind paying here and there but sometimes it doesn't always fit into my budget to pay for both of us every time but I'd still like to do something. What do you think a fair way to split it would be? You shouldn't have to pay for everything and he's old enough he should be mature about it. If not, take it as a sign. Is it like a sugar mommy situation? This is not the way. With the age difference alone it makes me think he's enjoying being a sugar baby. I used to always pay with a man I dated and because of it, he never took me seriously. He knew I would pay so I was just a good time and free meal to him. Now, I will pay if I ask them out. If my date never wants to pay or initiates dates to pay for, it's a good indicator that he's not my type and we are not on the same page. Good luck op. Purple Heart. I would be upfront with him about how you feel. I'd also think about whether or not I'd want to continue seeing someone who doesn't ever offer to either chip in or take care of the bill once in a while. Doesn't seem like a very thoughtful person. Say, "Can I have some money for tickets to this event?" and bat your eyelashes. Then when he gives money, thank him and give him a kiss. I would just say that you aren't going to pay for him anymore. Just bring it up and say you're done paying. I'd never pay for someone that I wasn't in a committed relationship with, but that's just me. Maybe next time for the tickets, don't buy his and instead tell him you're going and if he wants to come get his own ticket sort of thing. I mean obviously this is a lot more straightforward and maybe couldn't be used on everything but yeah, that's a kinda weird situation. Read your too long did not read. To them. I figured he'd take the hint. You didn't offer any hint on any level whatsoever. Instead, you were hoping he'd magically read your mind. That's not going to happen. Bottom line, you're 46 years old, so you're plenty old enough to be able to communicate like an adult. How long into the relationship did the pattern start? Aren't you tired of him just assuming? Why not stand up for yourself? Don't expect him to pick up on hints. Stop paying for him. It shouldn't matter if you make more money, if he can afford to pay for stuff he should be. Wake up, you're giving him a free ride. Just be up front. You making more means nothing. Tell him you guys need to split things. You have to say it in words, no more hunting or dancing around it. Like 99% of woman posters on here, you sound like you lack vertebrae. I don't know how anyone can help you with your self-esteem in a paragraph or two. Sounds like you got yourself into a sugar mama relationship and are assuming he or the 90% of male posters have anything close to resembling your best interesting in mind. Good luck. You don't leave hints. You want someone to pay their way, say so. Just tell him that you don't want to be his mommy and tell him that you want to split. It doesn't matter who makes more money, it's about respecting the other person. One who doesn't pay, doesn't respect the other person at all, and you should seriously re-evaluate this relationship. I always split, even when I was a student and made less money than people I was dating. I, 46F, have been dating someone, 36M, casually. Stop right there. Let's split this one. I'm a little low on funds right now. Do you mind getting this one? I'll get the tickets, whatever, if you pay me back for your half. It's not hard, WTF. You're 46. I wouldn't go out with this person ever again. It's not about the money, but we come to relationships to give. He's an obvious taker. That wouldn't sit well with me. Also, guys that aren't complete bums usually fight if you even try and pay. That's been my experience. No hate to anyone, so I don't know what his deal is. You deserve someone that wants to treat you and take care of you just as much as you take care of people heart. He is younger than you. You're not dating in his mind. He thinks you're his sugar mama. Keep paying or find someone else. Hey, I was thinking we could do X, Y, and Z this weekend. Money's tight this month, so if you wanna do it, it's your turn to pay. You up for it? If you buy tickets, it's your idea, don't ask him to pay you. Now if he wanted to do something, yeah, he should pay. Otherwise you should offer to do something at home, something that he doesn't really want to do. Be more direct. He clearly doesn't take hints. And if he gets pissy about it and calls you rude for asking, explain to him that you have tried subtlety but it didn't work and it's not your fault that he oblivious to both subtle language and manners. Buy the tickets. Give him price. Ask him if he wants to go and if so Venmo account info and you'll forward ticket once funds received by X date or you'll ask your girlfriend on said date. FYI also, dinner dates, love going out and high-end, and treating everyone, forget your wallet next time if you feel you need to send a message. Otherwise reevaluate your incompatibility. It's easy to say, I got the tickets, dinner, last round, this round's on you. If he's not an asshole it won't be awkward. He is relying on your awkwardness to never bring it up. No hint or guess culture. You're both adults. Tell him what you need. Hey, next time it's your treat, but also please do not ask him to things that he can't really afford. I've had friends both much richer and much poorer than I am and it's always awkward if you're the less wealthy person invited to something that you would love to do but can't afford. It's a good time to maybe ask what his budget is for going out. It's okay to say, I'd like to reciprocate and cover yourself sometimes but also don't want you to go broke. What is your budget for going out so I know what I can and can't set up with you? I'm really hoping that when you say, casually dating, he isn't expecting you to pay for everything but at the same time treating other women. Next time you go out leave your wallet at home. 36-year man should be able to pay for both of you. If he even hints at you paying him back, just say, let's do this more often. It feel nice to be treated now and then. Tell him before picking the spot that your budget is thin and he needs to pay his that night or he can pay for both. Don't hint. Hinting can leave possible interpretations. Tell him exactly how you feel. If you don't feel like you can tell him how you feel or that he may respond negatively to how you feel, he is not the one for you. You are far too old to be walking on eggshells and he is far too old to be insecure and sensitive about this. Emotional adults should only date the same. 2 words, Dutch treat. Sounds like you need to date a man. Tell him directly you want him to pay his share and it's getting out of your budget to be paying for everything. Men don't pick up on hints easily. Wow, independent woman. Even if I make more money, I would still expect him to pay for his own expense. Just let him know, from now on you pay your own way when you go out. I think the term is going Dutch. If he has a problem with it, ditch him. Dude, your guy is using you. And seriously this is not that difficult, just tell him to pay up. Boundaries on finances should never be blurred for something this simple. Sorry he sounds like a total user and a cheapskate. Welcome to Equality, hope you enjoy your stay. Eyes. A common compromise on this kind of thing is whoever invites pays. Then if you don't want to pay you just don't invite him, or at least you distinguish more clearly between, I'd like to take you to X, and, I'm going to do X and you're welcome to also go. The key advantage of this kind of compromise is, he can't necessarily afford to pay for the kinds of things you invite him to, but he can invite you to things he can afford to pay for. I fell into this with my last ex. I was so determined to be independent and self-financing that I made all the suggestions of places to go, and paid every time. When I stopped, because I couldn't always afford to pay for another adult, he never suggested doing anything. Because he was, basically, tight with money. Fine going out and about as long as we were spending my money. Once it came to him spending he suddenly didn't want to go out anywhere. A valuable lesson, I think. Just make it very clear, it doesn't mean you can't do it politely or kindly. Hey, I'm thinking of going to this event. It's $20 per ticket. Do you want to come too? If so, could you send me the money for your ticket please? I'm afraid I can't foot the bill for both of us this time. I find it weird that he never offers to pay, to be honest. As some of the other comments stated, be straightforward and ask him directly. Don't give hints and leave it to him to figure it out. If he doesn't respond well, I would consider this to be a huge red flag. You have to be more direct and say something like, the ticket costs $20. Are you going to pay for the ticket on the night or do you want to Cash App it? Let me know. I am looking forward to it. See you there. Do this every time. Let's get a bite to eat. Your shout yeah. Await reaction. If no problems, great. If fussy, issues. If you've been footing the bill constantly, don't do none of this split bill BS. Start going Dutch all the time and see how long he sticks around. Or alternate paying. You pay this date, he pays next. It has to be concrete or it will continue to be imbalanced. I can't believe a guy would let you pay most of the time. That's gross. I suspect he's using you. Please don't be fine with paying. That's not okay. You have to see this. The clearest message would be to stop dating this person. Simple. Hey, I was planning on going to this event and I was wondering if you wanted me to get tickets for you at the same time. It costs $20. I would not have picked up on that hint if the norm was I had not been paying. Not that I'm saying my significant other should have to pay for everything, but I don't think that message you were trying to articulate got across. You just need to tell him you would like to split costs more. It's like what I told my ex that was used to having guys pay for everything. You got a pitch in 'cause I ain't gonna pay all the time, and she looked at me with bewilderment lol. She said well I've been raised to having the guy pay everything. I said well that's gonna stop now or I'm not taking you out anymore. She started going halves after that haha. You're paying for his youth. If you are comfortable talking about how much money each of you make, then you should be comfortable enough to tell him when and how you are willing to spend yours. If it's casual dating, it implies you could do this activity with or without him. He's not an automatic date person that you'll join up with. So to me, being that you're older and also probably make more money than he does, it sounds like he's treating you as a sugar mama. You're paying for everything and he's spending time with you whenever you ask him to join up for some activities. I suggest you tell him exactly what you just wrote here. The thing is that sometimes we forget that other people are not mind readers. I know I'm guilty of this. So even when I think I am hinting really hard about what I want, I still end up not being understood. The easiest solution to this is to say exactly what you want to happen. Why you want it to happen, and you can add a dash of what it would mean to you if he would respect your wish if you'd like. Don't bother with hints. You've been dating this person for over a year now. It's far past time you have a direct discussion with the person as to what your financial expectations are within the relationship.